I had known he was ill, and then Charles Lognon came to our little dinner that night, said, did you hear that they had to bring him home and that they don't give him a lot of time, is what we had heard that Monday.
I knew I had heard
Charles
something. I knew it had just heard that.
Shocked us both. Yeah.
Both. And I got a little story here. This, you know, I'm the storyteller. And when I ran for school board in 1968, he was a young fella back then. He 22 years younger than me.
Right.
So he was still in school.
Right. He
donated a calf, one of his calves, for a barbecue that we held, a fundraiser that they held on my benefit, Glenn and Dwayne, his son Dwayne, over at the KC Hall on the west end of Opelousas on 103, 104, there on the corner. That's how far back, and that's the kind of heart he had. Gave me one of his prizes.
That's a man.
That's a man. Daddy and Mama was trying to teach him right, and they did.
Yeah.
My deepest sympathies on his recent death, and of course, you know the oldest sister is Cynthia Prather,
right.
And then the younger one is Pam.
Pam married to Keith Harmon.
Keith Harmon,
and
Mr.
Of Marion course, Harmon. Good morning.
And of course, Cynthia is married to Randall Prather, CPA. Yep, well-known family. My apology for not being there when I should have been there.
I got to spend a nice long day with Mr. Glenn. He cooked a tongue one day, and we sat just out in his outdoor kitchen one day, just visited all day. He got to tell me all the stories about everybody he's known in politics.
You were living right by his house.
That's right. I could have stayed a whole extra week. He'd have never run out of political stories to tell me.
Oh, that.
How about this? What else we got? Let's talk about the Eunice Courier de Mardi Gras coming up. If you want to have a trailer in the Eunice Mardi Gras, the date is going to be February 11th. 2012, and it doesn't tell me on here, but I would assume that's the day that you go to register. That's a Saturday. You go by to City Hall from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., bring your proof of insurance on from the tow vehicle and the driver's license of the person who's going to be pulling the trailer. Welcome back, KSLO. $30 a trailer. Okay, so make sure you got your insurance and your driver's license. Go on Saturday.
Every year we remind
Every year
them.
you got to have all that if you want to run. Call Pat Fry 457-8173 if you're interested. And what else we got? We got the Friends of the Library going to do their little banquet, not banquet, but like a little luncheon, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Evangeline Downs Event Center on February the 14th. That's Valentine's Day. The speaker is going to be the Secretary of State, Jay Darden, is going to give a state of the state, talk about the 200th bicentennial coming up. So if you want tickets, you can call 942-3879. $15 a ticket.
Carolyn Jarrell sent me my tickets.
Sent me mine too.
Good.
Got 'em.
Okay. The pictures that I showed with Ramp and then the lady in the car.
Yes, sir.
She was Mrs. Babineau, Bourgeois Babineau, one or the other, but from right there in that Sunset area. And then the lady in the car with the big smile was not Miss Guidry. She was a Miss Fontenot, and her daddy was Willard Fontenot. Willard Fontenot worked with the health department for many, many years right here in Opelousas, Louisiana. So that's why she's got that big smile. I knew Mr. Willard, her dad.
I got a bunch of sponsors to get to. How about Dr. Kerry Thibodeau? If you're looking for a surgeon, he is your man. 20 years of general and vascular surgical practice here in Opelousas. He's a fellow of the American College of Surgeons. He's well known as being a wound care expert and vascular surgical expert. Go by if you need anything from trauma, thoracic surgery, anything with veins. You know, I know our good friend, we talked about Roscoe Schneider earlier today. Roscoe, with a lot of his diabetic type issues, Dr. Kerry has helped him quite a few times over the years with some of that healing type process. So if you need a surgeon, remember, your primary care physician, he might recommend surgery, but you can ask for which surgeon you want. Dr. Kerry Thibodeau's your guy.
Swamp and Roll. He was
Todd
here. Todd Artigo was here this morning prior to us taping on the air, and I gave him Roscoe's telephone number, and it looks like they're going to get Roscoe to do one of the shows over at Casse Ole, and that he goes back with a lot of us that are my age and even older.
He played my 31st birthday party. over at your outdoor kitchen.
And
we
I
had a good time.
And I ended up giving him most of my outfit
your
that
costume.
I had.
You were Don King that night.
I was Don King that night, and I gave him most of it, including the big diamond rings that I had on.
The big pointed beard. I mean, a beard, afro.
Afro. I mean, I looked like Don King.
You had it going.
I was acting like it too. I was in charge.
That's right.
That was my house. I had to be in charge.
That was sure. Quarters Casino, if you want.
That was a great birthday.
It was a good time.
Oh yeah, we got to do it again.
A good time. We got to. Well, we both got
next year.
We'll have to divide our. Maybe we'll pick the date right between both our birthdays. We'll have a two-person birthday right in the center.
Yep, that's good enough with me.
Quarters Casino and Travel Plaza. Go by. They've got El Pico de Gallo Mexican Restaurant and Cantina inside. It's open Monday through Sundays from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. 2-for-1 margaritas with your meal. Go by for a fiesta. And inside the Chevron, they've got the crispy, crunchy chicken. You can also get your diesel. You can get all your different gas. They've got video poker machines inside the casino side. Tell the general manager, Pat Willis, we said hi.
I hope Pat is continuing to improve. He had double knee replacement and had a big smile. He says, it feels so good to feel good.
LHC Group, all your home health care needs. LHC Group can help you with the nursing, with the special beds, with the, boy, I'm fighting a cough. Maybe I need to go see the nurse today. Nurses, why don't you talk for a minute? I'm going to cough.
Okay. What about Jared Lee and T-Bob Hebert? Two seniors that won't be back next year to play football with LSU.
Correct.
And both of them got kind of shafted on the last game.
Didn't get to play.
Neither one got to play. And Lee finally gave an interview, and he was still very professional in his interview. Wished he'd have been able to play, but understood that it was not him to make that decision.
Right.
But New Orleans Metairie is going to honor both of them. They're going to ride in the Lunda Gras parade. They're going to be the co-grand marshal. And I'm happy for them, and to all my friends, particularly the Bunals, Blue and his son and Noel and their families and friends. Y'all go by and holler and tell them Bobby Dupre. Give them a big wave from Bobby.
Let me finish LHC.
I made that about 3 years ago. I made that parade in
It's a big one.
It's a big one. It's a fun one.
LHC Group, all your home health care needs. They've also got the Health and Wellness Center here on Heather Drive. They've got hospice care, palliative care available to you as well. They've got extended care in your local hospital. Louisiana Healthcare Group, all about helping people. And while we're talking about Lundi Gras, at the Vieux Village here in Opelousas, you know, Mardi Gras is coming up next month. On Lundi Gras, the evening before, they're going to have Gino Delafos is going to be playing out there on the Monday. So if you want to go by, I know the Tuesday, Frank's always has the big Frank's parade and everything on Mardi Gras Day. But the night before, from Vieux Village, and I'm sure Frank's will be hopping that night too. Yep. There'll be a big, big party going on. So if you want to go by, go by. What
about the death of Joe Paterno, age 85 years? He had a bad ending to a super career, successful career. His players, the student body, it's amazing. The young girls, the young boys, and the young men who never were taught by him, but he was an influence on the whole college, and donated millions of his own dollars. He never made that huge amount of money, but even after they kicked him out, he made another substantial donation prior to his death. What a wonderful man with a bad ending. That's I feel for he and the family, and it's just terrible what can happen. And you know, according to what I heard on the TV, he did report it, and they make it sound like he never reported it. He reported it to the person ahead of him, to his boss, and his boss happened to also be in charge of the campus police department. Now, what more? You know, he's not a detective. He passed it on, but they don't talk about that. They make him look like a villain.
Nowadays, if you bring it to your boss and your boss don't do nothing,
you got to go do something.
You tell your boss, you grab him by the wrist, say, I'm going to the police. You want to come with me, or you just want to hear about it after?
It's shame.
It's
but
that much. That's what you have to do.
It's that bad. Anyhow, to the Paterno family, we love you, and we always will. And boy,
what else you got? You got some other obituaries? Because we're down to the end. We're pretty good.
No, the only thing I had a little over in the Morning Advocate. It says Louisiana's. This is in the opinions and. What you call these little editorials? Editorial cartoon. It says Louisiana's infrastructure is in immediate need of attention, and yet we lack the financial resources. And the person that's listening, like you listening, you say, well, that's funny. I thought that Governor General was a Rhodes Scholar.
I don't think it's that kind of Rhodes.
But we need a
ROADS scholar, for sure.
And then later, there's another one this week. This was last week, I think it was. Yeah, the 22nd, a couple of days ago, actually. And there's one since then, and he's, little Bobby Jindal is carrying Governor Perry from Texas on his back. He's giving him a ride back from one of his speeches.
Oh man, not good.
Not good. He lost another election.
Yep, not good at all.
Would you want him to back you if?
Right now, the governor doesn't have a good record backing people. It's not the best endorsement, that's for sure.
And he does a good job, you know. Yep. So I mean, the people seem to think so. Yep. They gave him a big vote of confidence.
Yep, got reelected.
Got reelected. But that happens to a lot of politicians.
Don't worry about the other guy's race. Worry about your race.
It's hard enough to win your own.
That's correct. How about this? Opelousas Little Theater still doing their showcase. Right now, it's like a variety show with people that sing and act and dance and all sorts of different things. The whole community is there. Seasoned actors and some of just people you know in the community. It's going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's 26th, 27th, and 28th at 7 p.m. at the Delta Grand. Delta Grand? I'm saying Delta Grand. It doesn't tell me here.
By the way,
I'm not sure. You may have to call to verify exactly where it is. Sunday, the matinees will be on the 29th, 2 p.m. If you want to find out where it's at the Little Theater, their theater. 351-3822, not at the Delta, at the Little Theater itself. Call Duncan McBride for more info. Okay, very good story on our newly elected state representative, my state representative. I'm in his district, and I'm talking about Mr. Artigo, Mr. Stephen Artigo. Very, very interesting article about his start and all. He's a graduate, architectural graduate, but he can't advertise as an architect because he hadn't passed his test. That's all in his article here. Right. And of course, I had that with the two architects that I helped put in business, Kendall and Vince. They had both graduated but hadn't passed the exam yet. And of course, Kendall has since gone and passed his, so he can advertise. But anyhow, he's going green. He's building some buildings, some homes, some condos and all in the Lafayette area. And he's a designer. Right. And very interesting story here. Good luck to you, Stephen. And do us a good job, Shay. 2 p.m. on Sunday, New News in Arnaville. Steve Riley and David Greeley of Steve Riley and the Mamou Playboys will be playing. It's 2 p.m. at New News in Arnaville at the Singleton Barns, right there on your right when you're driving in from January 30th, that's going to happen before our next program. We lost a dear friend, Dr. Feelgood, with the Swamp and Roll show. Our deepest sympathy to the family. And the sign over at the Pentecostal church there by Miss Norma Thibodeau. Okay, we got you. We're getting it. We're getting it. This week, if I remembered it correctly, in my closing is patience idles the motor, impatience ruins the gears. This weekend, as every weekend, please attend the church of your choice. And Andrew, I thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks for all the calls I already got prior to the birthday.